Listen, man, flake on me once, cool, it's fine. You had something to do, I understand. You had something to do, you know what I'm saying? You fell asleep, whatever the case may be, cool. First time, yeah. Second time, that's the most you're getting. That is the most you're getting. The maximum amount of times you can flake on me is twice. First time, yeah, I understand you probably had something going on. The second time, you know what I'm saying, you probably was doing something, had something going on. Like, I understand, but like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give up. I'm not trying no more. You got to be careful, man. Like, people will purposely play games with you. They will purposely try to make you chase them for their own validation and satisfaction, to boost their own self-esteem. And you got to be careful you're not dealing with somebody like that. And you got to respect yourself. And on top of that, when somebody flake on you and they got something else to do or something else going on, if they don't be like, oh, I can't today, I fell asleep, or I got to do this or whatever, if they don't reschedule, like, how about tomorrow at this time, or how about this day at this time, then they simply just don't really like you. And they don't owe you anything, but on your end of the stick, you need to just move on. Like, you need to just be like, all right, cool, moving on. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You have to realize there's people in the world who really like you and who really wants to be around you. And the reason why I have that standard is because I've been on the other side of that, where I would meet women in my life that really like me, and they, really would make time and really, shit, I almost dropped the phone. They really will make time, and they really will, make the effort to communicate with you and make the effort to meet up with you in real life, you know what I mean? And actually get to know you. And you got to realize those people exist. So when you experience it, you will not settle for somebody who's flaking on you or playing with your time or not texting back or not calling you, not trying to set up, you know what I'm saying? And it's fine. Once again, nobody owes you anything, but you owe it to yourself to set a certain standard for yourself and only deal with people who are actually genuinely interested in you, who actually want to be around you, who actually want to get to know you. You know what I mean? Because if you're not careful, people will play with you, and you will be letting them play with you and not even realizing it. Letting people play with your time, you know what I'm saying? Even if they're not playing, right? Say they actually are busy. That's fine. But you still have the right to decide whether or not you want to deal with it. Like, it's cool, I understand, but I'm good. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? I've met plenty of busy people. I'm one of them. And if you really want to be around somebody, you really want to talk to somebody, you will make it happen. It's been times where I really had to do something, or I really had to do this, or really had to do that, and I'm like, you know what? I can do it tomorrow, or I can do it afterwards or before. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can make it happen, and I'm a very strong, firm believer in that. So if somebody got something to do, there's times where people can make time for you and they just don't want to, because they're probably just not that into you, and that's fine. But you have the right to exit stage left and not deal with it and not be in their life, because you got to always remember there are people in the world who genuinely like you, genuinely want to talk to you, genuinely want to get to know you, want to be around you, who will make time, who will make the effort. So you have to remind yourself daily that those people exist. That way you don't deal with anything that is the opposite of it. You don't deal with nothing that's the opposite of people who just really like you, and then you really like them, and y'all give each other the same effort, the same communication, the same amount of care for each other, you know what I mean? And you don't deal with anything less, and it's just a standard that you have to set for yourself. Or you'll just be dealing with people who don't really value you and are wasting your time, you know what I mean? And personally, I don't think you should deal with it. But to each his own. You could do what works for you. But personally, I'm good, because I've met women who were the opposite of like flaky and not really good at communication, being nonchalant, careless, like you're not important at all. Like, I get it, You don't owe me a thing in the world. You don't have to treat me like I'm important. You don't have to like me. You don't have to want to be around. You don't have to do none of that. But I have the right to not want to deal with you at all because of it. And that's fine. No hard feeling is fine. You know, I know it's women in the world who really like me, who really want to be around me, who really want to talk to me. And those are the women that I like and want to allow in my space. The same thing go for friends. I've met dudes that, you know, people that only want to be around me for certain reasons or on their time or when it's convenient for them. And, you know, you could tell they're just not really a true friend and don't really want to get to know you, be around you, actually hang out with you, talk about real things. You know what I mean? And those not the kind of people I want in my life. You know, it's a lonely road to have standards. I'm telling y'all right now, it's a very lonely road to have standards because a lot of people, you'll realize, don't meet your standards because there's just not a lot of good quality people in the world. And it's cool. You know, it is what it is. But I would rather have very good quality people, whether it's 2 people in my life or 1, rather than having 10 people who aren't that great quality and I'm just hanging out with them because I'm bored or I'm lonely or I don't have nothing to do. I'd rather keep this standard for myself and don't deal with anybody that's less than what I expect from people because I know what I'm going to give to people. And if they're not giving that back to me, I have the right to not have you in my life, and I won't have you in my life. I will not deal with it, especially after, you know, growing up, having periods of time where you allow certain things in your life and they only took you for granted. You know what I'm saying? They didn't appreciate you, didn't value you. And when you go through that, you'll tell yourself, I'm never going through that again. I'm never going through that again. That's what you got to tell yourself. A lot of the times, it's pretty easy to not deal with the same things over again. You just have to have standards and set boundaries and notice patterns in people when they present it to you. Like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. You got to know where something can go as soon as you see it. Like, I can see something in somebody that they do early, and I can see how it'll be an issue down the line, and I won't deal with it. So do that to yourself, apply that to yourself for your life, and you'll realize your life will be a lot better. You'll be a lot more alone, most likely, but in that alone time, you do grow a lot. You learn yourself a lot. You learn what you like. You learn what you don't like. You start to love yourself, especially if you're not drinking, you're not smoking, you're not engaging in meaningless sex. You're not putting your energy around things that are draining you. You know what I'm saying? You working on yourself. However that may look for you, you're working on yourself, doing things that are going to bring you to like the highest version of yourself, best version of yourself, the highest frequency of yourself. You know what I mean? And if you do that things, I promise you'll be good. But realize too, people will really get mad at you and get upset with you because you don't allow them to treat you like an option or treat you like you're not important and that you have a certain standard for your life. People will really get pissed off at you, but you know what? Fuck them people. What you talking about? It's my life. You feel me? Fuck them people. People will really get mad at you for that. And don't worry about them. Forget them. Like, you gotta remember, give the best to yourself. You feel me? And giving the best to yourself will piss off some people who want to take advantage of you, want to take you for granted, don't want to value you. They may crave your attention. They may crave the attention that you give them for sure, and crave like how you may make them feel. And if you take that away from them just to respect yourself or to seek better connections, they will really get pissed off at you. But fuck them. Stop feeling sorry or stop feeling bad for people who are mad at you because you choose yourself over them because the situation with them isn't really serving you or aligning with what you have going on or how you view yourself and how you want to treat yourself and how you want your life to be. If it doesn't align with them, it's fine. No hard feelings. Let them go their way. If they're pissed, if they're pissed off, oh well. You know what I'm saying? Like, having standards will piss people off, and don't even worry about it. Live for you. I go by the name of LOCO. Appreciate y'all for joining in on another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, I'm gonna block you. Nah, I'm joking. Just like, comment, subscribe. Leave y'all thoughts down below. Yeah, and I go by the name of LOCO. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all as always. Peace.